But yeah, so demand and supply, you're part of some big business, whether you realize it or not, it's going to find you eventually. Now, how to unwind? It's by establishing what real sex is. Again, so I've said that porn can only offer you the visual, the sensation, that comes from you. So with the visual, they can only go more visually extreme, more audio stream, or the concept that they're selling you, whatever the story is or whatever the category of porn you're watching. That's all they can really offer you. More crazy categories or more visually extreme. But compared to real sex, real sex consists of a number of things. So really those two things, the visual and the physical feeling, that's just things that are on the surface. And like I said, we're going a bit further than that. The third is connection. You want to have like a mental, physical, emotional, spiritual connection with the person. Because you can watch porn, you can just see, look, these people, they're doing it for work. They have no connection between each other, and something's just missing, and you can just feel it. Like, they don't really want to be there, or if they do like the person, again, it's all just based on the surface, all just based on the visual. For communication, so again, it's meant to be a two-way thing. It's between you and your partner, whereas porn is just, you just focus on yourself, really. So the communication part of it is important because, you have to understand how your partner's feeling, what works well for them, what works well for you, and that communication should be there. Now, to the side of this, we have consent. Out of the 4 things we listed, there's another one I'm going to list, but out of the 4 things we listed, you can mix and match, and as long as consent is there, it's technically sex, it just wouldn't be great sex. However, if you remove consent, then it doesn't work. It's no longer sex. So, like I said, you can have consent with visually, someone who you're visually attracted to, and I'm sure it will feel great. But meeting them and speaking to them, you didn't really have that connection, communication wasn't even that great, then how is that going to translate when you're having sex? It's just going to be really disconnected. Finally, this is the key. This is what changes everything. So, the last one, we have, so to list them, we have visuals, sensation, communication, connection, and the last one is safety. So it's important, in order for us to reach the true levels, it's important that your partner almost lowers their defenses. And in order for them to lower their defenses, they need to feel safe. Because if you think about what sex is, or from the female side of it, you're technically opening yourself up to another person. So you're kind of in a vulnerable position. It's important that you feel safe. If you don't feel safe, then again, you won't lower your defenses, you won't be relaxed. You can't really have the true experience. So whatever it is that's going to make someone feel, again, the safety part is for both boys, for both males and females. It's not just a girl thing. But whatever you want to establish, that's what's going to make you feel safe, whether it's communication, trust. You want to know if the person's going to be there after, they're not just going to leave you, they're not just going to use you. If you're afraid of getting pregnant, afraid the person's going to leave you, well, you're having sex. So, there's always a risk that will happen. So if you have that fear or that concern, you're not going to be truly relaxed in that moment. Again, so your defenses are not lowered, you won't be relaxed, you won't truly have the true experience. You won't reach the other side, past the physical. So yeah, establishing that safety bit, is quite important. That's like the key to unlock everything. But yeah, so to wrap it all up, you have visual attraction, this physical sensation, communication, connection, safety, and then consent. Once we've outlined all these little things, boom, 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 then it's like, okay, I can look at porn and I can be like, to be honest, that is not fulfilling what I need, because look, it's only adhering to 2 of these 2 out of 5 things. So that's not real sex. That'll never fulfill me. Again, if someone tries to present, I guess there's people out here having sex with whoever, and they're missing some of these things, they're doing like a quick one night stand, blah, 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 or they're having, friends with benefits, and something's missing and they can tell. And the reason it's not fulfilling them is because they're missing one of these criteria. So once we raise the frequency of everyone, and they can go, actually, I know what real sex is. It's not this. Thus, you cannot offer me anything. Like I can't be tempted by just the physical sensation, because look, I'm doing it with someone and I don't even have a connection with them. I'm doing it with someone and their communication's not even that great. I don't feel safe. Blah blah blah. If you imagine you're just having sex just for the feeling and the person's not even attractive, you don't feel any sexual attraction, then it's just like, come on, no wonder you're missing something. You're not truly experiencing the true thing. Yeah, I got a glimpse of just one out of all of the little chakra things, which was just the sensation itself. And I was like, okay, so how do I do this? How do I get someone to unlock the unlimited high frequency sensation? And it's like, okay, you have to do all this other stuff to get someone to be truly in the moment and truly relax and to open themselves and lower their defenses. But yeah, I think that's it, man.